This crab planted a magical seed in the ground. After watering it with mountain spring water, the seed soon broke through the ground and grew shoots. The crab continued to water the seedling. Cup after cup of water was poured on the seedling. Within a few moments, it quickly grew taller. It grew into a huge tree. Its dense branches and leaves covered the sky. Soon the tree was full of huge persimmons. Some of them were still green, others were already ripe and red. The sight was so tempting that the crab went to pick them, but he tried for a long time but couldn't climb up. Instead, he fell on his face. Then he realized he couldn't climb a tree. While he was in trouble, a blue monkey came here following the scent. He said he could help the crab pick persimmons, but only if he ate some of them. The simple crab believed him. He agreed and the monkey climbed up the tree. But first he ate a few ripe persimmons. Then he threw a green persimmon to the crab. This is obviously not good enough to eat. The crab begged him to give him a ripe persimmon, but this guy has no intention of keeping his promise. He threw a bunch of persimmons at the crab. Until the crab was badly injured, he was satisfied and jumped off, and went back to his cabin on top of the mountain. After that, the crab was incapacitated. Because of his injuries, he spent his days at home recuperating. At that moment, a bee was passing by. Hearing the crab's plight, he seemed to feel the same way. Soon the bee called all his buddies. They were Mushu, the strongest, Chestnut, the strongest, and the wise Cow Dung. All of them had been bullied by the blue monkey. In order to teach each other a lesson, the Cow Dung came up with a brilliant plan. The blue monkeys went out to forage for food every morning, and would not return home until noon, and during this time, they can ambush the house in advance. Early the next morning, the crabs were still at home recuperating. The bees led them to sneak into the monkey's house, following the Cow Dung's instructions. The chestnuts buried themselves in charcoal ash. The bees hid in the water jar, and the wooden mortar hides on the roof. The Cow Dung keeps watch at the door, waiting for the mountain monkeys to return. Everyone concentrated and hid in every corner. The monkey enters the house with a pile of persimmons. He's sitting by a match to keep warm, but then something happened. Chestnuts popped out of the smoke. The monkey got smoked and rushed to find water. The bees were waiting for him. They shot him in the ass 3 times. The wooden mortar and the cow dung are also in place. The monkey covers his ass and steps on the cow dung. Mushu jumps down and pushes the monkey down. The monkey's screams were loud and clear. He was so scared that he ran away from the place, and never dared to come back. That's the way it is. They all worked together to drive away the bad guys. They avenged themselves and the crabs. At last, they all ate sweet persimmons.